Welcome back to Moon's Rebirth. This is session number 5, titled Dreams of Fresh Air. Last session, the group had moved quickly and hastily past a lot of different old relics and statues, strange rooms, and whatnot to try and find a way up and out of the lower levels of this shrine. They came around a winding series of doors and entered into a chamber with an old gnarled white tree set inside of a pool. And as John tried to make his way around it quietly, the thing came to life and shot out this strange fibrous material, much like spiderweb, at John, Lazarus, and Dink, drew them all in very suddenly, and made a bite at John. And then we rolled initiative. Just so you are all aware, we're currently at the 2-hour and 20-minute mark, so about 40 minutes away from poison damage. Good times, but right now, time is frozen for combat time. Dink, you are on the top of the initiative, it looks like. Actually, John would be, because his dexterity is higher, I believe. Or what's your dexterity, Dink? 20, right? Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Dink is the winner.
I have 20.
Okay, then you guys can fight about... No, you have... Yeah, okay. That's right, I haven't changed yours, because I'm dumb.
Let me go first.
Okay.
Alright.
Cool. Just open it up. Short sword attack. 13 to hit.
That'll miss.
Second attack, short sword. 25 to hit.
That'll hit.
I am also surprised. I'd like to go ahead and use a key point for stunning attack.
Okay.
If I could find stunning strike. Just throw that out there. He has to roll higher than 14 Constitution.
Constitution? Oh, yeah, this could be easy. 21 on to do it.
Shucks.
On a tree.
Alright, damage on the short sword strike is 10, and bonus on arm strike, 26 to hit.
Let's
11.
see. Okay, that'll hit, and yeah.
So he's saying this thing's got hit points.
Okay, his first stab kind of chins off the bark, but it leaves a notch in the bark, and then he brings his second short sword in and kind of stabs it in, and then he takes his free hand and kind of just pummels it into the pommel of the short sword, causing a bit of sap to kind of eke out of the wound. That's it. Right?
Yes.
Okay. John, you are up.
Is it an action to get out of the tree?
So, for the purposes of escape, yes, it would take an action to remove yourself from the grasping tendrils. You can also attempt to attack the grasping tendrils with a bladed weapon.
I'll go for the attack at the tendril.
Okay, and it needs to be, yeah, it can be any type of damage besides poison and psychic. It is immune to those two. Okay.
23 to hit.
All right. You cut it pretty well, but it doesn't cut through entirely. Actually, if you want, you can...
14 total with the sneak attack.
Okay. So you'll break the tendril. You still have a bit of the strange filament on you, but you fall into the water, which is about about 6 or so feet deep at the level that you're at. So you are now currently swimming. Yeah.
I just want to point out I've never taken an action to remove the hood of the cloak of the manta ray.
Okay. Yeah, the swim speed is 60. It's fine.
Yeah, I swim. How's the water down here? Is it still as poisoned as everything else, or does it seem like the tree is filtering it?
Same thing. Yeah, poison city.
I swim the hell out of this thing.
Okay. Go ahead and take your move.
And give Isaac
Okay. Before you get too far away,
advantage. Yep.
I'm gonna just straight up beat the crap out of you.
I'm still adjacent. Am I not?
You moved out of it. Yeah, no, it's the center.
I'm looking at the roots, not the brain.
No. Adjacent is inside. Getting out of the water means it attacks you.
I wouldn't off the water.
Stay in it.
Yeah, I put it back in. I was looking at its legs.
Okay.
He's not as big as he looks.
Tree
Isaac
lady.
has advantage.
All right. Speaking of Isaac, you're up. So, like I said, the water's about 6 feet deep. So getting close to it is going to be difficult. Actually, sorry, scratch that. It's about 4 feet deep. So it doesn't require swimming, it's just difficult terrain.
Cool. So is it just its icon is it, or do these roots coming
Icon
out
is
underneath
it.
icon? Okay. Alright, so I can still get close enough, even as difficult terrain. So I'll wait until... And then I will do what I do best and start hacking.
Alright.
So 21,
21.
27.
27, both will hit.
That's all of them. 28 slashing damage.
Okay. You cut into it, and it starts to bleed quite heavily out of the bottom of it. Quite heavily indeed. All right. Okay. Cool. Oh, shit. I'm sorry I have to do this to you, Jeremy. I apologize. Go ahead and put yourself back where you started. Because when you are attacking while in the tendril, you have disadvantage. Because you're restrained. So you can't sneak attack it, and you wouldn't have torn the tendril off. Sorry. You can still bonus action give it, but yeah.
I have the 18 miss.
No, it's not that it missed. You can't do sneak attack damage when you have disadvantage.
Oh, okay, I see.
Yeah, so you just did 9 to the tendril. It has more hit points than that.
Okay.
Yeah, apologies. I just have to make sure I set a precedent now before I... Yeah. Isaac done. Okay, it goes to it. Okay. So I currently have 3 people entangled. I'll go ahead and shoot for the other 3. 23 versus your AC, Steve.
23?
Yeah. 21 versus Fonzie. And you're incorporeal, but that doesn't mean you can't be grappled. So I'm going to shoot.
I am immune to the grapple condition. I'm
Okay.
immune to prone, grapple, restrained, or petrified.
Well, that sucks. Then
It
you
does.
you get to sit over there by yourself then.
I'm good.
All right.
Come at
Good job,
me.
Ghost.
Waste your action on me.
A tendril does fly.
It doesn't waste. No, wait. Does it come at me though?
A
Like does it
tendril
waste
does
its action?
fly. Yeah, I'm getting to that. A tendril does
All
fly
right.
through you. It's not really a waste of its action since it can fire up to 4 of those a turn. So, then I will reel. So if you are not adjacent to me, you are now adjacent to me. So I'll just go ahead and put Pomsy over here. And you guys are off of the ground as the others are. So there's just a halo of adventurers around the tree. And let's see. I would move. So the tree that's icon showing, basically it's just like the roots on the ground, but it basically pulls itself up out of the roots and will pull everyone with it. It is now on the wall like a spider and is holding you all out away from it.
How high?
About 5 feet off the ground at this point. It hasn't made it too far up yet. The ceiling in this room is about 40 feet high though. By your estimation, it's probably going to try and climb to the ceiling and then drop them all.
Yeah.
And then it'll make its bite attack. Jun's been the flavor of the week, so I'm going to go ahead and smush him. 23 to hit. And it'll do 24 points of piercing damage against you, Jun.
Down.
Are you going to use your reaction?
Yes, I am actually.
Alright, so
For that.
12 points of damage. It's basically biting at you, and if you weren't wriggling around in the tendril that's almost broken apart, it would just kind of consume a good solid portion of you. And the way it's been biting at you, at first it was with one like hole, and then it knotted up and closed, and then another hole appeared in a different section of it. It appears the mouth isn't really like at a set point in the creature. Bomsy.
I'm gonna cast Enlarge Person on Isaac.
Okay. Because of his current positioning, that will shunt either yourself or Dink down. Which one would you prefer?
I'm gonna say, like, a shuntism, what do you mean? Push. Them
Push.
down?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Dink.
Okay. So Dink, you are now not lifted up in the air. You are still adjacent to the creature, and Isaac is above you, still entangled.
Am I still grappled by the creature?
Correct. Yeah, it's got a tendril
Okay.
range of 50 feet.
I'm just underneath the enlarged Isaac.
Correct. Yeah.
How
And
strong is that tree?
you're also in water as well. So.
Neat.
For my movement,
How
can I
strong
try
is
to
the tree?
wriggle out of it?
Hold on a second. I'm gonna make sure that it can carry large creatures. Yeah, there's nothing opposing.
Keep it large.
His dink is under him.
Yeah, so as a part of you cast a spell as your action. So to try and get out of the tendrils, you have two options. You can either attack the tendril that's holding you, or you can take an action to try and break the tendril that's holding you. This isn't technically a grapple. It grapples you with the tendril to initiate, but then once it has you, you're restrained, and it states you can't do anything besides action-wise. Normal actions or try to break.
Okay, so since I cast my spell, though, I wouldn't have any more actions then, right?
That's
Since
right.
I don't have movement. So then I'm done.
Ithel.
Ithel's going to invoke Smite on Dink.
Okay. Lazarus.
Panic. Still grab. Right?
Yeah, and about 10 feet off the ground, and then 5 feet over the water.
Mirror image doesn't work like Manta style in Dota 2, does it? I'm still gonna be grabbed and two random images are just gonna like appear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it tries to attack you, you'll still. Yeah, it's not Manta style.
Invisibility, I'm still just gonna be grabbed. So I'm pretty fucked.
Do you have any form of
Can you
teleportation?
heal?
Nope and nope.
Illusions.
Yeah, I don't. It's not gonna help me being squeezed to death. Well, it's Phantasmal Force, dude. I forget.
Like a image of something, and it's beating the crap out of it, or some sort of environmental effect. And as long as the creature believes that thing is hurting it, it'll take mental damage because it's just so convincing.
All right, let's try that.
It's immune to psychic.
Its tentacles are immune to psychic because they don't have brains.
What's the save DC?
Intelligence?
Is it intelligence?
Yeah, target must make an intelligence saving throw.
Okay. What's the DC? Because I just rolled a 20, but it's still only an 18.
16 is the DC.
Actually, no. I rolled a 20 and it's a 16, so I just got it. Actually, it's a natural 20 on a saving throw, so I'm fine anyways. All right, cool.
Way to save yourself that 1 point of damage.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Whew.
The
Well,
effect,
Phantasmal Force is a good spell because it's constant damage
Oh,
as
yeah,
long as it fails.
That's it.
it's a dot.
Wait to die.
Okay. Dink, you're up.
So I have invoked Smite.
Yes.
Is that good for one attack? Is that right?
Correct.
All right. All right. Then I'm not going to blow it on anything else. I'm going to attack the tree again.
Okay.
I have disadvantage. Is that right?
Correct.
Okay. Short sword.
Yes.
10. Short sword.
Hit.
22. I'm going to try one more time with stunning strike. 14 DC.
20,
Oh god damn it.
21 on the save.
Additional 1 damage.
9 piercing damage plus what is
One
mine?
radiant.
Sorry?
It's already been rolled.
1 radiant.
Oh, it's just 1. Oh, I see.
Unfortunately, sorry.
No problem. And an unarmed strike. Miss.
Yeah. Okay. And John. Oh. Just so you know, the tendril that has you, you kind of cut into it and kind of like cleanly cut it pretty nicely, but not all the way through. Once you've done so, like as the round progresses, you can see that like more tendrils kind of bind along the side of it. Basically, think of it like cable.
You got to do it all at once.
You got to do it all at once. Yeah, that's it.
Okay. I think I'm gonna drink a potion. How many D4 is the greater potion? Or I can just look it up and let.
4d4 plus 4, and it's you can do it as a bonus action because you can use an object as a bonus action.
Cool. Then I'm gonna chop this thing's wiener off.
Okay, you're cutting the tendril or it.
I'm just gonna go for it since
Okay.
we're stuck up here anyway. It's just gonna pick me back up.
Yeah, it is bleeding a bit.
17 to hit.
11 actually. That'll miss. Yeah, because remember you still have disadvantage because you're restrained.
That's stupid.
Yeah. Think of this like the way I'm imagining this is it's the Whomping Willow, except that it's climbing up the wall. It's pretty dope. Isaac. You're still technically grappled.
Yeah, I know. I'm restrained, so attacks have disadvantage, but I'll be neutral for just raw strength as big plus grappled.
No, you only get to strength ability checks, not strength attack rolls.
No, that's what I mean. Like, I have two choices: hack the tendril or
Oh!
just man mode out of it.
You're talking about breaking it. Okay.
Yeah, just,
You would be neutral at that.
yeah, we'll do that. We'll just man mode it.
Okay.
Is this a strength save?
Strength check. So yeah, just strength check.
Darn. That's an 8 on the side of advantage from something.
Double make sure. Yeah, DC 15 strength. DC, I didn't tell you what it is. Strength check.
Never mind.
I mean, blah blah. It's strength. It's DC 20,000. Okay, and then no movement, no bonus actions, right?
Right.
Okay. Let's see. Dink, you've actually done damage, so basically we're going to do a reshuffling, and since it has you restrained at this point, it can kind of just move you around as if it was moving objects in its hands. I'm going to push the big thing down to the ground, kind of just lower it underneath you, as I pull the halfling up above the giant, and I'm going to bite it.
Like to see it try.
Me too. 26 to hit.
I guess he made it.
22 points of damage.
Ah, I'm down.
Okay.
Good luck, boys.
Let's see.
I feel like I'm right behind you, so it's cool.
It will keep him in its mouth.
Neat.
Yep.
This will be my second death involving trees.
Fucking shit. Fonzie.
Let's see. I can't do much. So I am grappled. It is taking me up in the air.
Yes.
I'm gonna go ahead and try to do a scorching ray.
Okay, so you'll have disadvantage for the attacks.
9.
Miss.
Cool.
Keep rolling. You have 2 more attacks with it.
17.
17 misses.
19.
Misses.
A 19 misses?
Correct. You watch it all blast off the side of it as it kind of ching 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 hits, does nothing. The bark seems to be very strong armor. You'll note that most of the attacks, or all of the attacks that have hit, have gone over 20 by far. Hint hint, wink wink. Ithel.
How high is the tree?
It's currently only 5 feet up. Oh, actually, no, I took a turn, so it'd be 10, 15 feet up.
Okay, so it's above my reach at this point.
And that would mean that Isaac, you're 5 feet off the ground. Fomsy and the rest are 15 feet above the ground.
So I would come a little closer. And I'm going to again invoke Smite on...
Fomsy's unconscious.
I can't
Or
help
not
Fomsy.
Fomsy. Dink
What?
is
No, I'm
unconscious.
not.
Dink is unconscious.
Dink's
I think is okay. Sorry. Then I'm gonna invoke Smite on John.
Okay. All right. Lazarus.
How would one go about breaking? This is
14 damage to a twig, and you're out.
Can I even cast a spell? Are my hands like? Am I like this?
Yeah.
Or
No,
am
you
I
can cast spells all day long. You just have disadvantage for attack rolls.
And it has 20 plus AC, so.
It has 20 plus AC. That's correct.
Mm-hmm. 13. Continue to panic and wait to die.
All right. Dink death saving throw.
Got it. 10.
It's good. It's not on the bad side of it. John, you're up.
I'm gonna break this tendril.
Okay.
I hope.
I'd like to see you try.
So
15.
15 will. The tendril. No, it'll miss.
It's not break it anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be a miss.
Bonus action disengage.
I'll give you a freebie here. So now I'm not going to give it to you this turn, but I'm going to let you know. If you want to break free from it, it's going to require, I mean, because the way it's grappling you, it's going to require a strength check, right? But what you're noticing about the tendrils is that once you break them, you're pretty sure, based on the way it's been reconstituting around you, it's probably going to take it some time to reconstitute once they're broken. So it won't have 6 once you break 1. It'll have 5 for a while. So, yeah. Does that help at all? Hopefully, maybe Isaac, you're up.
I mean, I've only got a 14 strength, so no, not really.
Hopefully you wasted your 20. I'll try. Wait, how high are we all off the ground right now?
You're 5 feet off the ground. They're 15 feet off the ground because they're underneath you. Or above you. You're
The
underneath
guys over the water, they land in water, will they take falling damage?
No, they'll
Or will
take-
it like cushion?
you.
It'll cushion.
Yeah, it'll cushion them.
Alright, cool. Let's try a different approach. I'll try to cast command, and my command will be to release us.
Okay. What's the DC?
It would be 15.
Wisdom, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I rolled a 17. Sorry.
Damn.
I'm doing
All the save.
doing pretty good on the saves right now. It's I apologize. I still love you.
Tree man.
Seeing that you're kind of the current problem, big man, and also the most amount of food, I'm gonna go ahead and try and chew on you with my attack.
What happens to Dink that's in his mouth?
Yeah, we'll get to that. So
right.
he will bite at you. I do have advantage because you are currently restrained, but I still think a 17 misses, right? Isaac,
Who? Dink?
does a 17 miss you? Isaac.
Miss. Oh yeah, it misses.
Okay, so it tries to bite you, and I'm going to give you a couple options here. So its tendril is basically removed from Dink, and Dink is kind of falling out of its mouth as he's kind of biting towards you. You guys are now going up to about 25 feet in the air. Dink's going to fall in the water. I'll allow you two options. You can try and kind of get a hold of him with your shield arm, or you can try and move yourself to kind of cushion his falling so he doesn't fall straight 25 feet down into the water.
He's unconscious, right?
That's the one, yeah.
Yeah, I would try to catch him.
Okay. Yeah, no,
He
you
doesn't-
don't need to roll anything. You just succeed. You basically have him in your shield arm, kind of cradled in between you, the tendril, and the shield, kind of just stuck there. All right, Fomsy.
You said we're at 20 feet, and about how far is he moving each move?
25 feet. He's moving about 10 each turn.
Okay, so I've probably got one more until he's at the top. I can't really help anybody out right now.
Just burn the damn thing down.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to cast Firebolt on.
Firebolt.
I'm out of a lot of my bigger spells, man.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm gonna try to cast Firebolt on. Let's see, the twig that's holding me, I guess.
Okay, make an attack. That'll work.
21.
Roll damage. Okay. Roll damage though.
I clicked on.
No, click on the firebolt on the chat.
I'm
Okay.
bad at this game.
Yeah, you hit the tendril. It seems to be vulnerable to the fire and bursts out. You kind of hear a sound come from the tree, and you fall 20 feet, 25 feet, and take 3 points of damage when you hit the ground. But you are prone in the square you're in, 25 feet below it. Okay.
I did a thing.
You still have movement if you want to get up and move.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to get up and move away from this guy.
Okay. Ithel,
I whispered
I see you.
that.
Okay.
Okay. Roll a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. I fumbled. I got a 1.
Fomsy, since everyone else is kind of focused and engaged and you're running past Ithel, you see Ithel's form start to pulse and change to that moonlight radiance that caused the destruction of the upper surface up above.
Oh man, Super Saiyan.
It looks like she's about to be very destructive in a very narrow space. Lazarus.
More of the same. 12.
Okay, that'll miss. Dink, death saving throw.
6.
1 failure. John?
The day hasn't changed.
What do you mean?
Didn't he fail twice in the water?
No, he hasn't fallen into the water. What do you mean?
He's caught by
With the mermaid.
What are you talking about?
Oh, it's cumulative? I thought it was.
No, it's
new
not.
I
Every
went
time
down.
you get up, you get a new fresh set. Jeremy, no, that's not how it goes.
Oh, really? I thought it was 3 in a day and you're out.
No.
So mine should be clear.
You're clear.
'Cause that
yeah.
was been my big word.
No, your board's
too.
clear. Every
Okay.
time you get back up, your board clears.
Cool.
Oh, man.
Get rid of Jake.
Holy.
It's not that lethal.
I thought I was out too.
John,
Alright, I stab at thee.
stab at the creature or stab at the tendril?
Can I decide after I swing?
No.
Tendril.
Go.
Hiya.
That'll miss.
Mother enough too.
Yeah.
Bonus action, give Isaac godlike powers.
Advantage on his attack rolls, which will
Yeah.
that'll balance him out. Good. Isaac, if you're making an attack against a tendril or it, you would have regular, just straight attack, not disadvantage. Or if you were to make a strength check, you would have advantage because the disadvantage, the help, it overrules 2 disadvantage.
Cool. I'm going to attack it head on.
Nice.
14 and 24.
14 will miss, 24 will hit. You're attacking it just straight up.
Yeah. Head on. For 21 slashing damage.
It is really just backed up on its hold. It is quite damaged. It is going to, on its turn, as a free action, move, or it's going to move 10 feet up, so it's now 35 feet in the air. And then as a free action, it's going to drop all 4 of you.
Splash.
You'll be falling less of a distance, Isaac. But I would like everybody to make a dexterity saving throw.
I'm unconscious.
My manta ray.
Everybody, even me.
If you're
28.
entangled in it.
Okay.
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 All right. Lazarus.
I rolled a
Kevin.
10.
I know I saw you, but I'm waiting for Kevin to roll.
Alright, roll what?
I need you to roll a dexterity saving throw. I'll let you know what happened here if you what happens. Okay. So basically right before it does do the dropping, it's going to reel so that you're not over the water, you're over the land. Jeremy, you have managed to kind of, as it's letting go and pulling, jut out to the way so that you fall in the water instead of in the on the land underneath it. Isaac, you are going to be cushioning the blow for Dink because you're carrying him as you hit, but you'll be prone here. And Lazarus, you'll be prone here. And Jeremy, you can be in any of the 4 squares that either the one you're in, or the one to your south, the one to your west, or the one to your southwest. That make sense?
Got it.
No, not north. You have to basically be in the square that you were
Do
in.
I stay?
No, do what I tell you. All right, cool. Lazarus, you're taking 7 points of falling damage, and
Down.
Isaac, you're taking 3 points of falling damage. 'Cause
Okay.
you fell less. And it's 35 feet up in the air at this point. Famzi.
Get out.
So it looks like you said it looks like she's about ready to do a lot of damage in that one direction, right? So I am technically, from what I've seen before, right?
When you saw her do the thing she did, it wasn't a directional thing, it was burst out.
Okay, so I want to get away. So
Make an
and
Arcana
everyone-
check.
23.
Okay. You would know that if you had the sword, or if someone who had the sword were to basically kind of, get it away, she would go with it. That's one thing that you're thinking.
Okay, so I guess I'm misunderstanding.
She kind of goes where the sword is. She has to be within 30 feet of the sword. So if someone who had the sword were to get it away from you guys, she might not detonate. Where, it would be bad.
So I would want. I just want to tell them, to get the sword away from you guys, right? I guess I'm misunderstanding what you're trying to say.
Okay, well, I'm just going to leave
I'll
it.
just roll.
I'm going to leave it.
Yeah, I'll roll it. So can I cast a fireball in any position since it's 40 feet up in the air, since 3-dimensional, where it won't hit the...
Yeah, they're all basically 20-foot radius away from it, so if you targeted just
Away.
it would detonate on just the creature.
Okay, I'm gonna use my I'm gonna basically spend up the fireball wand until it just keep in one bolt in it, so that should be 4 fireballs.
Not how it works. You expend charges, it increases the level of the fireball.
That's what I want to do. That's what I'm saying. I
Right.
want to do 4 charges.
Okay, so it'll be first, second, So it'll be third, fourth, fifth, sixth level. Okay. Just roll 11d6.
I need to do that 11 times.
No, you need to go to the side and hit 11d6. On
Click
the,
the D20 on,
on
the
the
left
dice
side,
counter,
and
there
you can
should-
set it to 11
Slash
D6.
R 11d6.
or on the dice roller 6 or 11, and then change the d20 to d6, and then click roll. Instead of clicking just the dice.
$41.
The fireball detonates. You see the thing just kind of blanch out black, right towards the center of the explosion. This like the skin becomes grayish white, more like ash than just white tree, and then it falls from the wall down. Lazarus, Isaac, and well, no, you're unconscious, Lazarus. You can't save against it. So just Isaac, really. Make a dexterity saving throw.
We just take 41 damage.
No, you didn't take shit. The tree's falling on you.
You're taking a fucking tree.
17.
All right. Do you want to save him, or do you want to just let it be as it is, Steve?
No, I would if I could use my deck, essentially dive on top of Lazarus and use my body to like shield him since I'm so big.
You're laying on your back, and you're kind of like almost half in the water, but you kind of push off against the stone and roll over so that you're basically straddling him and are over top of him, leaving Dink where you left him. And the tree falls on your back, and you take
A tree.
Some bludgeoning damage.
Dead, dude. Why?
It would be a total of 19 points of damage. Does that put you down?
Hell no. Who are you talking to,
You
son?
managed to keep that arch up and managed to keep a little house of Isaac over Lazarus.
You just fucking
Body
hold
that
on
Back
tree.
straight.
bench pressing this tree.
You body that tree, and you managed to not die horribly by having a tree fall on you.
I'm as big as the tree. It's more like a twig at this point.
Yep, and that's initiative. Oh wait, no, it's not.
Yeah, I swim the fuck out of here. Oh shit.
So
If they'll make a wisdom saving throw with advantage.
could I try to pull back now?
Yeah, wisdom saving throw advantage.
22.
Reel it in.
Ooh.
You can kind of feel her taking over your body, and you see that the threat's gone, and you kind of like shake it off. But you're not sure what would have happened if she had taken over, because you've had it happen two different ways. So again, it's kind of a wild card, to be sure.
It looks pretty bad for a moment, so that was, I don't know.
Okay, we're back in real time, kids. I'm gonna go ahead and clear the turn counter and hold on. Perfect. 18 seconds is what we have till the next minute, so that's perfect. All right, we're at 2:20.
And we're running.
And we have
Stabilizing.
I was gonna say, don't we have some unconscious people?
Yeah, that. And then we're running.
And now 2:21. Okay, go.
I'm on the door.
The door to the north.
God.
Yeah.
How long till poison? What's the ETA?
Another 39 minutes.
Alright. This is the last of my healing, boys. I'll split it between these two guys.
You're such a good paladin.
I'll give 3 points to Dink. Actually, no. What I'll do is I'll 2 points to Dink, 1 point to Lazarus, and 1 emergency point of lay on hands.
Oh, just in case. Got it.
Yeah. Joe Warbrick inspired me last week. It's a clutch.
Clutch shields. Okay. He opens the door. There seems to be a hallway that darts off to the east.
Got the door near. I'm gonna move cautiously down this hallway.
More door. This is a single door at the end of this hallway.
I don't like seeing the single door.
See it?
Yeah, but I don't like seeing it.
Oh, okay.
When the party's with me, I'll open it.
Can I fit in here?
Yes.
If he maintains concentration on the spell, yeah, you could.
Oh,
You can
okay,
squeeze.
so he can fit. He can squeeze.
Yeah.
Heck yeah, you stay big, bro.
Yeah.
He's swole.
Me, Isaac.
Yeah, Grog smash.
All right. And then the others follow behind, right?
I do hope so, mostly.
I count 4.
Wait, have I been?
If I'll
well,
have
there we
to.
go.
Yeah.
Have I been healed
You got
at
a-
all?
a
Otherwise,
single-
like,
You got
A
you got
single
1
point.
point.
You got 2 points to lay on hands. Dink has 2 points, and I got 1 in back.
I check the door, and if it seems safe, I pop it open.
It seems safe enough. When you open it up, you enter into a chamber. Hold on a second. A couple of things here.
Rubble. I love rubble.
This is going to take a couple seconds, so don't do. Just be a little patient with me. When you open the room, the gush of fresh air fills your lungs. This chamber
Fresh air. He said it. It's recorded.
does
Breathe
not
deep, motherfuckers.
appear to be affected as deeply as the other rooms, poison-wise. It doesn't seem to be as stanky.
When it filled our lungs.
Oh yeah, it just feels good. Then,
Like 20 hit points good.
oh, it doesn't heal you. This isn't
That's
Sonic
some
the
really
Hedgehog.
good air.
This isn't Sonic the
I'm
Hedgehog.
just-
You didn't find a bubble at the bottom of the lake or some shit.
Oh, we did even better. We breached. Scary music's got.
That's fair. Okay. And then you see lots of rubble. Shit ton of rubble. This enormous chamber is 30 feet tall with mighty buttressing and a vaulted ceiling. Parts of the ceiling and walls have collapsed and raw earth has spilled down, forming a gaping hole in the east wall. Crushed beneath a fallen block in the center of the room are humanoid remains. Elsewhere around the floor are the chewed and decayed corpses of baboons. Through a hole in the eastern ceiling, daylight and fresh air filter in. Above through this gap can be seen 4 baboons. They jump around the hole and scream in agitation, and as they do, dirt begins to slide down the banks and rocks in the walls shifts slightly. And rocks in
Did
the
you
walls shift
say
slightly.
baboons?
Oh yeah, I did.
Multiple.
Like monkey?
Plural baboons.
Like Spark Mandrill.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Shit. I don't want to fight a monkey. How's that Rapier warning doing?
Yeah, it's glowing.
If I had lightning bolt, I would so shock the monkey before I shot him.
There is no detecting the. There's no detecting the intent of these monkeys.
No, you know that they're hostile.
They're gonna throw
Anybody have a banana?
I got some stinky gourds. Maybe they'll like to snack on those.
I can see a door across the way, and I plan on sprinting to it. How do you guys feel?
I feel like I'm gonna roll a stinky gourd across the floor.
Oh, Lazarus. Yeah, I was gonna make himself invisible. How about that?
Do you vote for the
I
door?
don't know the way right fucking now.
Yeah, I mean, it appears to already be open if we can see baboons and shit flying around.
They're in the ceiling.
Yeah, but still, I mean, rocks are falling, and there's baboons probably howling, so...
Yeah.
I could spider
You've
climb.
already
up
opened the door for me, so... Yeah, I plan on running to that next door in the top right corner and getting
Okay.
out of baboon territory.
Let's-
Show me
How
your
high up is the hole that the baboons are dancing around?
30 feet. And the holes
Aw.
don't look like they're big enough for people. They're kind of dancing like near the holes.
Oh, okay.
I intend to double dash around the rubble piles in between.
Show me your movement. So you can do so by when you pick up your token, move to the next spot you're going to move and press the right click button, and until it creates a little dot, and then that should create kind of a section of where it shows your movement.
Right click's not making the dot.
Okay. Well then just move beat for beat.
Huh.
Okay, stop.
Serpentine.
Back down one. Go back.
Double dash.
No, I know. I don't care about all that.
Too fast. Fucking monkeys.
No, nothing about a monkey.
Oh, that's a big snake.
Ah,
You should be adjacent to it, so diagonal back
Jungle
one.
Book?
you should have had a
Monkey's
light.
got Snakes. It's
I have a
freaking
light.
Jungle Book in here.
Oh, good.
I also said Jungle Book. Thanks, Jody.
Oh, I didn't see
No,
that.
that's
Sorry.
cool. We're on the same page. It's all of them. Don't look him in the eyes.
It's Ka.
Disengage.
Yeah, no. During your movement, it's doing the thing that it's doing.
Nah, he's stupid. He's a snake.
Yeah, that's true.
Dumbass doesn't even have any legs.
Just a rat.
But I am going to do the thing that I said I was going to do.
John
why
smells
is-
like bananas.
Like this snake.
All right, so
Why'd it have to be snakes?
Dude thinks he's bigger than you. Better get in here and show him what's up.
20 should hit. As you kind of bolt for the rocks, you see the rocks kind of move, and you're kind of darting for it, and you kind of like, what? And then the rocks become this snake, and it snaps out and around you very suddenly and constricts around you, slamming
What did he
you
come out of?
into its body. It was the rocks.
Which ones?
The ones that are basically in between that gap there. Like, basically where it's at.
They're
Yeah,
a snake now. That's why you can't see them.
correct. So it'll do 18 points of bludgeoning damage as it slams around you.
Nope.
You're
I
very
dodged.
grabby tonight, John.
And then it will try and bite you as a part of its multi-attack. What's your AC? 16? Yeah, 15 misses. But it basically has you locked inside of it, and it bites at you and misses that. Alright, initiative again.
Didn't like it.
Sweet Jesus.
22. I got a 22.
How could
Stupid
this
Pokemon
happen
highlighting
to...
doing stuff with my hit points.
So to squeeze through, it'll take you basically 2 squares of movement to get through. That was directed at Steve. So yeah, just count the doorway as difficult terrain.
Well, that's just great.
Alright, Isaac, you're up.
John, I should be on 22.
Oh,
I was on my character sheet, so I didn't have my token selected. Which is stupid. Roll 20, fix it.
what'd you say you're on?
2-2.
So the thing I said, John's actually first.
So I feel like I can just slide out of the snake and get away.
So it's
Are those
part of your
grapples?
movement. Yeah, it'll be. This is just a grapple, but it does say while you're grappled, you are technically restrained. But that said, you'll make a during your movement. You can go ahead and make a acrobatics.
Acrobatics.
Yeah.
17 with
Just-
disadvantage.
Checking the wording on restrained. I want to make sure. No, it just gives.
Speed becomes 0.
It just gives disadvantage to attack rolls. So yeah, you would basically break free. Yeah, you're no longer entangled. You slip out. Like
That's part of the move action is to do that.
Yep, and it takes 5 feet of movement just to get out.
Okay. While I'm still adjacent to it, I'll try to stab it, and then I'll bonus action disengage.
Okay. Take a swing.
23 to hit.
That'll work.
12 piercing.
you stab it in the side of the face, and then you back away.
Isaac's all yours.
Isaac.
Don't worry, here I come. Oh my god, it's a big snake.
Oh, it's a big snake.
Looks like
I can only make it to here.
Dash.
But then, no, man. I want to take the dodge action instead.
Boo.
Taking the dodge
That's
action?
it. Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
And then Lazarus.
I'm invisible. 5, 10, 15.
You casting the spell invisible?
Before we got in this room, so I
Oh.
clicked on it.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, he did it.
Okay, just mention it next time.
I did.
He did.
All right.
I literally did.
I like ignoring Canadian. What was that? Oh, okay, go ahead.
You're a race.
Like explicitly said, as soon as you guys were like, "There's this happening," this, I'm like, "All right, I'm going invisible. Let's just get
It
this
was
out
pretty
of the
much
way."
as soon as the baboons came into play.
Rock monkeys, they can't see me.
Whoa!
That's it. Here, and I'm totally invisible. That's it.
Yeah, Paul.
I'm gonna try to possess this snake.
Okay.
A DC 13 charisma save.
She said.
Snakes are
Dude, you even know Kahi was all charisma.
-2.
Watch the Jungle Book.
You're in the snake.
We
Yeah.
apologize.
Never mind.
So that takes my.
I'm
Does
real
that take
sorry.
my action?
Really not a good thing.
I believe so, yeah.
Let me just click it.
Oh, no. I don't think it does. Yeah, you are currently the snake.
That is so good.
Go after the monkeys.
Where are the monkeys?
There are 30 feet up in holes.
No. I want to dash at this wall.
Okay.
Basically, smack my head into the wall.
Oh, okay.
Could you choose a different wall?
Why?
'Cause that one's
Monkeys
close
will
to me.
fall out of that one.
That'd be better to grab them with then. When I start climbing. Actually, how about I dash out? Could I dash outside of the hole? Like start climbing up the hole?
No, snakes don't really climb.
You could instead use your action to force the possessed creature to dash in a direction
To
of
gain
your
a move
choice.
speed that it doesn't have? Yeah, sure.
Okay,
That's cool.
I'm
Yeah,
just trying to
okay.
understand. All right,
Doesn't
then
have
I'm
fly
gonna
speed.
dash towards the wall.
Okay. Alright, you make it to the wall. Now, I understand what you're trying to do, but yeah, attacking
Does
itself
it like?
is not an action that you can pull off.
Ah,
It's just the way it's kind of being described to me. Like, I get it. You're trying to ram its head into the wall.
yeah.
It's just really strange. Because it says you can attack another creature, but it doesn't say it can attack itself.
It doesn't say that the creature cannot attempt to hurt itself.
Yeah, it's very, very strangely worded.
Thanks, Matt Mercer.
Glad am. Just beat the shit out of this thing with a wall.
Yeah.
Just at him on Twitter, dude.
Basically-
I'm gonna pop out of it then.
It well, no, you rush it at it. It tries to slam its own head into the wall, and it fails. Yeah. If you want to roll a 20-sided dice instead of me rolling it, that's fine too. But yeah, it's not auto hit. You still have to try and hit yourself. Just roll a 20-sided dice. Okay, that'll work. All right, it hurts itself, and
How much?
let's see. Hold on a second. Because while you're possessing it, don't you also take damage?
I take half damage.
So you'll take half of 15, so take 7. No, sorry, take 8. It's against the player.
No worries.
Alright. That's it for you, right?
I take half damage to it if it's hurt. Yeah.
A possessed creature can act as normal on its turn. However, on your action, you can force it to do something else. So it can still do what it wants. You just can
Yeah.
also do what you want with it. Okay. Dink.
Can I see any of the monkeys?
Yeah. I mean, you can see them, but they're 30 feet up.
30 feet.
You can jump that high.
I want to try. Okay, dart range is 20 feet over 60 feet, so that would be disadvantage.
Yep.
I want to try to take one out with a dart for
Okay.
an easier meal for the snake.
Okay.
So, gonna use some movement, step out here. Dart 24 to hit.
Yeah, that'll work. You stab it, it kind of falls back into the hole and lays there.
I thought it was a hole in the ceiling.
So it's not a hole like vertical in the ceiling. It's basically up and angled outwards because it's going to daylight. You can see daylight coming down through it. So it's standing. It's not kind of
Okay.
hanging. It's, yeah.
Did I see how many of the baboons there were?
Total of 4, but they're each in different holes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to sneak around behind Isaac and try to hit another monkey if I'm able to see one.
Okay. So basically, do you see the extensions that are kind of like off of the wall?
Yes.
That's where the holes are, up above.
Okay.
So you've already hit, we'll go ahead and say this one.
Cool.
And now you're going to shoot at this one.
10 to hit.
Miss.
Okay.
Alright, the baboon will basically push the stone and mud like it has been doing until a bunch of the rocks start falling down on Isaac mainly. Isaac, you have your dodge up. Bear with me. The action dodge states you have creatures have disadvantage when attacking you. But it also states that when you make a dexterity saving throw, you do so with advantage. So make a dexterity saving throw.
21.
Okay, so instead of taking 9 points of bludgeoning damage from the falling rock and dirt, you take 5 points of bludgeoning damage from the falling rock and dirt.
Hooray.
Okay. Famzi, you are up. The other baboons, the ones on the far wall, retreat into their holes or kind of like tuck away so they can't be seen instead of pounding at the earth like they were before. So it's just that one above you, but he doesn't have any more to throw at you.
I can't see him from here, can I?
No. You'd have to be inside of the room to be able to target it.
Okay. Since I'm so low, I'm gonna go ahead and use my last spell. I'm gonna cast invisibility on me. I'm burnt out of all my big spells now.
Okay.
And I am going to then continue my yeah, I'll stop there.
Cool. Alright. The snake kind of like shakes its head and then kind of looks over at Isaac and then kind of turns its head and looks back at Jun. And seeing Jun, its original target, kind of remembers what it was doing. It's going to snap at him like a fucking nature documentary and make an attack.
Did this will let go?
No.
I can't until the start of my turn.
How does it act if it's possessed?
It acts normally, and it can be commanded to act with her action. So it still does its own thing, but she can make it do what she wants it to. Pro tip, by the way, you haven't been doing it, but if you possess one of your allies, you're effectively able to give them an action every turn.
Ooh.
So just a heads up. So that said, I'm biting you. 16 to hit and 11 points of damage.
I'll half it.
Okay, and then it'll constrict.
Is constricting a separate part?
2 different attacks. So the Amphisbaena can make 2 melee attacks on each of its turns, only one of which can be a constrict attack. Yeah. 25
Give
to,
me.
25 to hit, and only 10 points of damage for the bludgeoning on that.
How much?
10 on the constrict.
I'm down.
Okay, and it's basically got Jun entangled, so it's probably going to squeeze him until he pops. Go ahead and make a death saving throw.
I don't want to.
I'm sorry. It's one failure. Isaac?
Alright. So, you said there's only one. The other monkeys are hiding. There's just one.
Yeah, just the one. It doesn't look like he has anything else he can do, though.
Okay.
Unless he shits in his hand and throws it at you. I wouldn't put it past him.
Am I adjacent to the snake right now, even though there's this
Yes.
weird gap because we're both large?
Well, it's huge. You're large.
Okay. I'm gonna hold my action, and when my trigger will be if I see Ithel eject herself from the snake, then I will attack the snake.
Smart.
Lazarus. Still invisible?
Yeah, I can dash while invisible, right?
Yep.
I guess I'm here now.
Sounds good. Alright. Ithel.
Ithel will pop out of the snake and try to possess Isaac, if she'll let him.
Yeah, come
And
on
then
in.
use that to attack
Okay.
Snake now.
Well, first he's going to take his trigger, so go ahead and take your
Okay.
attacks.
26 and 10.
10 misses, 26 will hit. Damage. Okay, and then Ithel's going to use
So,
her action.
16.
To attack the snake as well.
Make you take a single melee attack. Yep.
Go ahead, Isaac.
19.
That'll hit.
14.
How do you want to do it?
I don't know, it's not my attack. I'm not controlling myself.
How do you want to do
I
it?
communicate telepathically with Isaac to allow him to do.
Don't you want to kill a snake?
I don't know. Just downward thrust to the head.
Okay.
The old coup de grace.
So
Making sure that Jun isn't underneath it.
it's still inside of it. It's constricted
Oh.
around him. Basically, when you impale the head and kind of cleanly cause it to die, it doesn't fall limp, as is usually the trope. It kind of tightens around Jun. It's still technically constricting him, but it'd be easy for him to get out or someone to pull him out. Dink, you're up.
40 feet of movement. Would I be able to reach
Looks like
Jun to pull him out of the snake?
Yeah, Jun's
As long as I'm
technically
adjacent to the snake?
in the snake. Yeah,
Okay, so if I'm adjacent to the snake, I'm alright.
I'll allow you.
Yeah, I'll go for that.
Okay, strength athletics check.
How about cut him out?
7.
You're too small. You're too small.
I'm a little fella.
This little monkey.
I got a big heart, though.
This baboon rather poops in its hand and throws it down at Fomsy. Crit. You have poop all over your face.
How?
That one that's up there.
You just explained it.
I'm invisible.
How are you invisible? You just cast spells at me.
No, I didn't. I cast invisible as I walked into the room, sir.
I thought you cast firebolt up at my monkey. Fine.
I didn't cast firebolt
It
at your monkey.
leaves. Fuck you, invisible people. Fomsy,
I didn't-
you're up.
I didn't.
You can throw. You can
It's
throw
over.
shit
You're
if
up.
you want to.
You retcon the poop.
I thought you didn't have any spells left.
That was my last spell. That's why I said I'm using my last spell. I have no more level spells. I only
Cheaters.
have my normal ones now.
It's fine, whatever. Boring. poop on his face. That's the way I'm remembering it.
In game or real talk?
Both.
This is getting weird.
All of it. You aren't able to help him get out, right? So we'll just go ahead and skip.
Oh no, I'm not doing anything. I'm trying to hide as much as possible.
Yep. Make a death saving throw, John, even though it's not your turn. Okay. It doesn't squeeze harder. It's not constricting harder. It's just staying normal. John, now make a regular death saving throw. It's 2 failures. And Isaac, you have 1 point of lay on hands. John looks like he's slipping.
He's still being constricted, isn't he?
He's still technically inside the snake. It's going to take some effort to get him out of the snake. A strength check as your action.
Oh, I guess Ithel can use my body to do that, and I'll use my body to poke him in the forehead with my large sausage finger.
He's conscious.
God, I'm glad it was finger.
He's conscious. He can get out of it himself now.
Yay.
Okay.
I think we are completely out of magic healing.
Out
Yeah.
of spells, out of magic.
Might have some potions, but that's it.
I got nothing.
Then
I
what
still have
happens?
4 darts.
Yeah, I can actually tell the group I have no more lay on hands, but I do have potions of healing on my... So, if you need to rummage through my body, if I get knocked out, you should be able to find some potions.
Are we still
How
in
far are we
initiative
from
or have
the
the
out?
baboons left?
Potion heal
All of them
for
have
him, 'cause I
left.
two.
Are we continuing with the double door strategy?
Let's close that door behind us. If we can keep watches against the baboons, since the air's fresh in here, I think we can finally get a rest, like a real one.
I'm going to say this out loud. I'm going to continue concentrating on being invisible. Even if we're out of combat for my hour.
That should drop in large
Likewise.
person then.
Concentrating on a spell is strenuous.
Yeah.
You can't take a rest while you're concentrating on a spell.
Oh, so we are resting then?
I
If
vote
the
red.
air is fresh enough in here, we should close the door behind us so the gas isn't leaking in, and then get our rest and reset what we can, at least.
Okay.
So, like a short rest?
You guys tell me which one you would prefer, because I would think it'd be really cool to get all of our stuff back, but if we think we can make it without any spells whatsoever...
I got 3
Then a
hit.
Yeah, I get nothing on a short rest. Like, I can heal, like, use hit dice, but I'm not gonna lock and load any abilities.
Yeah, I don't think we're quite ready to, get out of this thing, and we might need some of that stuff back.
Do we know if this room is like safe to long rest in? Can we determine that?
Safer than any other room we've been in because, like
air is
Jeremy
fresh.
said, there's fresh air.
We can use rubble to bar doors, or find something else to bar some of these doors. I think really the only thing we have to watch for is monkeys.
Could
Yeah,
we
like-
walk around the room, make sure there aren't any other points of ingress?
So there's
I see 4 total doors from where I'm standing.
there are a total of 5 doors, but one is a set of double doors, and then there are 4 holes up in the ceiling area. As mentioned, they're kind of diagonal and upwards. They seem to go up, and from what you can tell, it looks like Earth has kind of come into the temple proper. These holes are not very wide, very, very small. The baboons were squeezing to get through, and it does look like a lot of it is kind of loose dirt. So if you were to throw like a grappling hook up to try and pull yourself up to the hole, you'd be doing so at your it would be really bad.
If we were to throw, say, a halfling at one of these holes,
The halfling is still probably too big. The baboons were like,
no, yeah, but it's funny because he falls.
okay, gotcha.
Well, if we're gonna rest here, let's just use some of the rubble, and like push it up against the doors that we can see. At the very, someone tries to come in, we should hear them pushing against the rubble. It'll be like a ghetto alarm.
It'd be better to defend this point where we can breathe than
Yeah,
to
exactly.
move forward into worse conditions.
Get the maximum amount.
Anybody
of rest we can
against
in this
resting?
room.
No, whatever you want.
BRB.
Yeah, we're gonna do long rest if we're capable of it.
Okay. All right, so you guys settle in, start trying to kind of get rested. The door closes. You guys are settled in. Are you guys taking any watches, or are you all just going straight to the resting point? Does anyone actually?
So we're gonna take some precautions and set up a watch because this place has been way too deadly to just be like, all right, let's all go to sleep at the same.
Okay.
I suppose it was, wait, do you need to? How does the ghost rest?
I rest as well. That's the only way that I can get back hit point.
Okay, but is it like an elf rest where it's like 4 hours, or is it like a full 8 hour seance?
I don't know. John? So
It'd
do
be
I
the
use?
same as an elf, because remember your class is the lingering soul, not your race. Your race is still moon elf. That said, though, you should have damage on you. I hit you with yourself.
No, I took it off already.
Oh, it's showing you still have 32 hit points.
No. Now this is what happened after all the damage. I had 21 with all the damage done.
Okay. And you're saying you're getting your rest already? Is that what you're saying?
Well, I thought that's what we're doing.
No, I didn't say it. Was
at
Okay.
nighttime.
We're attempting
All
to.
right.
Yeah, the stuff still is
Alright.
probably gonna happen at night.
All right.
Who's
so
got first watch?
21.
Hold on. Is catnap an option again?
Nope, I don't have anything.
Okay. Well, I would recommend we short rest prior to a long rest. Burn off all of our hit dice, and hopefully they reset during the long rest.
Is that
Yeah.
possible?
Yeah.
Burn your hit points or hit dice.
Short rest is minimum of an hour, right?
Correct.
We're gonna take an hour and then take 8 hours.
Yep. And you're gonna have the lingering soul just watch you guys while you sleep,
So
because she can still trance.
with
So can Lazarus.
the
Well, no.
short rest, I get my key points
health.
back.
Yeah, that's right. You're half health.
I'm
Yeah.
going to go ahead and use prayer of healing in between the short rest and long rest, just to give us that extra cushion of safety.
Okay.
Everybody get an extra 11 hit points prior to the long rest.
During the time here, is there anything you guys want to do in this room? Anything that you want to check of interest?
I'm gonna take a good look at the snake, make sure it's dead. See if there's any trophies worth taking home.
Only thing
Was that
interesting
extra
is the
healing?
doors.
Yeah, I went up to full, so I can also take a watch if need be, and I can inspect some doors.
Okay.
I could actually walk through the doors without opening them and check them out. What's on the other
That's
side?
all. She could just do that. Just tell us what's in there.
Okay. So the passage that you look at into this out there, the walls of the passage glow magenta, bathing the corridor with ghastly hue. After 15 feet, the floor drops away to a pit that fills the hallway ahead. The pit is 25 feet deep from what you kind of see. And 8 large spidery bushes with thorny stems, white leaves, and enormous yellow blossoms grow across the bottom in the pit. 5 feet beyond the nearest edge of the pit is a bronze bar set level with the floor and embedded in the pit walls to either side. Farther out over the pit can be seen other similar bronze rungs set at 5-foot intervals. So if you were to try, you could jump from bar to bar perhaps. On the floor by the edge of the pit is a scattering of broken, rotting wooden planks.
So the rungs lead up. Do I get the sense that it
Diagonal
leads up and
south.
out? Okay.
Yeah, not upwards, no. And then the southern door leads to a hallway, which leads to another door. That door is double doored.
Okay, and then I guess that's it. I could look through the double doors.
No, it's too far away. Oh, that one? Yeah, it's just a bend that heads south.
Do we know time of day?
Daylight seems to be shining, but that only lasts for your short rest. Towards the end of it, it grows kind of dark purple coloration coming in from what you would assume is a sunset after the short rest is concluded.
Okay, I want to check. The Ring of the Ram resets itself at dawn to 1d3 charges.
Yeah, roll
And
a
it doesn't
d3.
say it's during rest or anything. It says it just happens at dawn.
Oh yeah, so it's not dawn yet.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's all I wanted to know.
Gotcha.
Okay, and that means my wand of fireball is still down too.
Yeah. You guys arrived here pretty early in the morning. You haven't been down here for very long, 2 hours, 40 minutes. After your short rest, it'll be closer to like 2, maybe 3. But the sun's like, you're not getting the full vibe that it's up at current. And then if you guys take your long rest, you don't know, you assume it'll probably be somewhere around like the middle of the night.
Oh yeah.
That said, long rest, you guys do have a person watching, right? Is there anything else that you wanted to check on in this room before? As mentioned, there's bodies in the rubble, there's the dead snake. You could attempt to try and go out the holes in the ceiling, if that's something you want to give a go. But just inspecting it, Fonzie, you would know that they probably can't carry more than 50 pounds worth of weight before they tumble back in and crush whoever's trying to climb up them.
I've got more than that in gold. What's that?
I would like to search the snake, see if there's any kind of trophy on it, and make sure it's actually dead.
If you're looking on the snake, there's nothing on it, no.
Did you say there's a hole in a wall somewhere?
There's the holes in the ceiling, I mean.
Like, during our long rest, I'm assuming we're like starting a fire since there's a natural chimney in here.
Yep.
Then if that's the case, then yeah, I would just dissect and cut the snakes into.
Yeah.
Like, we're gonna have ribs.
Okay.
Yeah. Snake meat.
Yeah, you find the skeleton of a person kind of lodged inside of it. Seems to be kind of stuck inside of its intestinal tract.
Taboo snake meat.
Gross.
Seems to be wearing 2 wristbands. The wristbands have kind of sapphire stones set in them, but have maintained a pretty high sheen of polish because of its setting inside of a acidic, nasty gut. They look like they might be worth about 150 gold pieces. Gold bracelets.
Cool.
Sapphire
I
stones.
toss them to the side and continue my work.
Okay.
Come on.
Yep. You managed to get make a survival check. Wisdom survival, yeah.
Six.
You're pretty sure that you can feed yourself with what you're able to pull from the snake.
Sweet. I'm having snake tonight. I don't know what you guys are eating.
Make a Constitution saving throw.
I got an 8.
Okay. You spend a lot of the time afterwards, as you kind of go into your long rest, just throwing up.
Girls shouldn't eat that snake that was eating a person.
Let's see. Okay, you guys start your long rest. I need 3 of you, I don't care, representatively. Just roll a D100.
Got it.
Dibs.
Kevin's not here, so
95.
46.
And
41.
okay. So yeah, seems to do well. I would say, hold on a second here. Yeah, seem to do well. Nothing seems to come upon you or attack you in the middle of the rest. You guys complete a long rest. However, Isaac, when you complete your long rest, you regain no hit dice because of your sickness.
Was that sickness due to poison?
No, it's just good old-fashioned food poisoning. Not
Because I'm immune.
You're
I'm immune to
You're immune to
diseases.
poison and diseases. Yeah. Wait, are you immune to poison?
No, that's why I asked specifically poison.
Yeah, it'd be food poisoning. You basically didn't do a very good job of cooking the piece that you got, and the piece that you got was too close to the head. It might have been infested with necrotic poison from the.
Immune to it.
Gross.
He's not immune to poison.
I thought he said he was.
He's immune to disease.
Just disease.
Yeah. So you won't gain any hit dice back. Everyone else, after completing a long rest, you gain all of your hit points back, but you only gain half of your hit dice. If you spent all of your hit dice, you would now have a total of 3 hit dice remaining.
Is that just Isaac or is that everybody? I'm sorry.
Everyone.
We're only 5.
Isaac gains no hit dice. Yeah. Normally it would be 5 total. Yep.
So is that rounded up or down?
I already said
Three.
you gained 3. So.
Sorry. I apologize.
Which one's Jack? He's trying to fuck us all. Where's Kevin? Because he's trying to trap one of these monkeys.
You didn't get any monkeys.
He said, catch them all. Get this thing down here.
He's not there.
Pokemon Master.
I'm pretty sure I killed one of those monkeys.
Alright, so what's the plan of
Put
attack?
this one off.
Can I be small again?
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
you
you
Oh,
would.
yeah,
would
it's
be.
way-
Concentration's broken.
I just can't adjust my size. Yeah.
Yeah.
Double doors.
Said through the double doors it's gonna go south, and then she didn't see anything else.
Correct.
So what she saw was that the south passage leads to a hallway and then double doors. So there's double doors south and double doors right to the north here.
Yeah, but the one we're at, if you go through it, what'd you see?
A bend heading south.
And again, south is east according to this map.
Backboard where
South
we
is to the
started.
right.
We just decided that it's always just going to be cardinal. Just go with cardinal. South is south.
I'm gonna open this door.
You open that door?
Yeah, the one I'm by. We're all here except for
Yeah.
Fonzie.
It's a bend to the south, like I said.
So it goes down and turns. I cautiously walk ahead.
Okay. You would come around, and you would find that at the very end of the hall, there's a staircase up.
Fucking finally. We're going up!
Oh my god.
I
Praise Jeebus.
cautiously and so investigatively check these steps so I don't get run over by another stone fucking pillar.
Alright, go ahead and make an investigation check. That's fine.
Bullshit.
Um,
I'm gonna wait well down the hallway again.
24.
it's pretty good.
Now you're roguing it.
You would find that the steps, just about 10, 15 feet up, do appear to have pressure plates.
Yeah, well, I don't step on those.
Oh, I'm down here now.
Yeah, because you're taking forever.
Oh, I was worried.
Okay, and then you were doing what?
Doing my roguely duties to not step on these pressure plates and get up.
Yeah, going up the stairs, the pressure plates being 10 feet where the pressure plate steps is going to be impossible.
So he's pointed out it's a pressure plate.
There is 10 feet of pressure plates, 10 or so, or the 15. Basically, the first 2 sets of 5 feet, fine. Next 2 sets of 5 feet, not so much.
Can we set it off and be out of the way? And would it allow us to pass through?
Do you have anything that weighs about the weight of a person?
Yeah, Isaac.
I can walk on a wall. I'm just saying I can get up there and see if I can somehow disable it. Or see what it is.
Go to the top and affix a rope and we can climb over it somehow.
Either one. Yeah, that would work too. Do you want me to do that? I am more than happy to give her a go. I do have 50 foot of rope.
Can I just disarm the traps? Is that an option?
The pressure
wedge
plates
something under the pressure plate.
could potentially be disarmed. Yeah, but you're pretty sure that if you fail at that, it would probably trigger whatever it is.
I say Fomsey's got it.
Go, Fonzie!
Rope
Okay,
trick.
so I give them one side of the rope. I cast a spider.
I stand over here.
I'm gonna hold the end of the rope tight against this corner.
Did Jun show me where they're at? Like, so I
Yeah.
know exactly where
Yeah.
these are at? So, okay, cool. So I cast spider climb. I walk up the side of the wall with the rope and go to the top where he said there were no pressure plates and try to find somewhere to tie it on.
Okay, when you get to the top, it's a hallway that leads off to the right, and there are no physical solid objects for you to tie anything to.
Well, that sucks, John.
Here, I'll go ahead and show you what
Cast spider climb 5 more times.
is at the top.
I can't do that.
Can you set it off and then jump onto the wall and climb out of the way while it triggers?
Set it off from the top, yeah, and fall back.
Can I see what the trap is at least?
No.
So there's no big balls or anything sitting up on the top of this?
There's no big weights or anything, no.
If it'll suggest that Lazarus get the heck out of the way.
I put you on the new map. Are you seeing what I'm seeing?
Yeah, I got it. So if I come up here and look around, there it just curves around and there's
Yep.
nothing. I call back to the group that there's nothing to tie on to, and it seems like it comes up to another hallway.
Go, Isaac.
What do you want me to do? Just go trigger the pressure plates?
Do what you do best.
Jesus Christ.
Just fire off some traps, bud.
I will move. Go for it. You want to trigger the rock, dude? Go for it.
Or dark,
Can, like, someone-
or gas, or fire.
You know what? I'll try to disarm it. It was 15
Yeah.
feet up.
Do you is
The
that one
third
of your
section.
abilities, Bartholomew?
I'm sorry?
Are you proficient with thieves' tools?
No.
Then why would you do that? That's John's job.
Yeah, why is the only
Coward.
way to trigger this trap
No
to have
sense.
me do it? We were gonna start trying
This
to
is a
disarm.
rogue job.
It was deemed impossible to disarm.
Was it?
No.
Right, who?
Yes, John said it
No,
would
I
be.
said if you attempt to disarm
I said
it and
if you fail, it would.
it will trigger.
Oh,
Yeah, so attempt to disarm it.
But then I get hit.
That's
No,
a
you're-
roguely duty.
Fine. You're proficient with thieves' tools. You got a lot.
You'll get a dexterity saving throw. You're good to
I'll,
go.
you know what? I'll be right there with you.
Yeah,
That's
you'll-
like the first trap of the dungeon. You and I
can help you.
Are you trained in thieves' tools? Dink?
No.
You can't help him.
No, I'm just gonna stand there with him.
Okay, I just
Moral
want to make
support.
sure. All right.
Oi.
All right, John. If you're doing it, do it. If not, send Isaac.
Which one is it? What do I roll?
So thieves' tools should be an option on your proficiencies, and you'll want to roll this one with dexterity.
I see. 16,
16. Okay, hold on.
27 sounding better.
Yeah. It does, but it's not what you got.
Quick, Isaac, I disarmed it. Go.
Alright. So, you'd be the first to see it there, Fonzie. Pretty much the only person to see it. But, actually, sorry, I'm going to pull you guys back. Apologies. Apologies. You see the wall at the top of the steps there, Fonzie? Basically just give out, drop down into the floor. Then you see a massive stone dragon's head kind of appear in front of you, and kind of looks out towards the steps. And as it kind of gets there, and you can kind of see it moving forward a little bit.
How long does all this take?
It literally seconds. Like
Enough seconds to dive down these stairs?
not enough seconds to do anything, and know you've activated. You'll know you activated it the second it's doing its thing. It gets to there, and it's going to breathe a gout of steam straight down the hole. Because of your proximity, Fonzie, just make a dexterity saving throw.
With advantage.
Just a dexterity saving throw. It's kind of a different one. You're not rolling against the check here.
13.
Okay, it's good enough. You kind of get out of the way. You see it coming, you're like, oh shit, and you kind of book it over to that little corner there. Yeah, and then it's just going to gout straight down the hole. Let's see. So everybody who's in the passageway, which was everyone, go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw.
Does it go around the corner?
It would be fire, so yeah.
Oh, you said steam.
Hot, steam, fire, yeah, same difference.
Not really. Con, what you said?
Constitution
16.
saving throw, yep. 16.
23.
Pretty
4.
good. Not so good.
Ooh,
But-
2 critical fails.
Wait, us too? Oh, we were okay. We're like
Kevin.
not even on the stairs.
I'm just throwing it out there if I
Okay.
needed it or not. I don't know, but it's there.
So if you are failing DC 15, you're taking 10 points of fire damage. If you're succeeding, you're taking 5 points of fire damage.
That's not that bad.
I've had worse. Today.
Oh, good thing we're not on the.
John, make an intelligence investigation check.
$14.
You're not sure if the trap is reset or not. Up above, it looks like the statue still remains out, Fonzie.
I let them know that it still remains. So, is this look like a? You said this was like a stone dragon, right?
Correct.
Okay, I let them know that it still seems to be active. I yell.
Hey, you got something to tie that rope to now.
That's very true. Can I walk up and try to tie it to the neck?
Sure. The second you kind of move out in front of it, it's going to go ahead and shoot the jet straight down again.
Yay, cool!
You and everyone below need to make a Constitution saving throw.
Tie it faster.
Oh, Jesus.
20!
20.
Oh
22.
boy, doubling down on the steam.
All right. So if you fail at DC 15, you're taking 10 points of fire damage, and if you succeeded, you take 5 points of fire damage.
Yeah.
The rope is incinerated in your hands.
Steam.
That didn't work, guys.
It's really,
Lazarus's
really,
robes are
really
really
hot.
Then our flesh just melts off when we die. If it's just burning a hemp
Okay.
rope into nothing.
So we're gonna do this thing where if you argue with the DM one more time, Jeremy, I'm really gonna kick you out of this game. I'm tired of it. I'm genuinely tired of it. Are we good? Okay. If we're good, moving along. Next thing that happens,
I just run up the stairs. Fuck it. It's going to keep
All right.
resetting.
it triggers one last time, and it'll shoot down. Everybody make a Constitution saving throw. I will move your token, Jeremy, to the side here where you are up in Fonzie's area.
I failed.
So you see where you're located? Should have shifted for you.
No, it's just black.
Hmm.
There it is. I got it.
Okay, yeah, you're up in the top right
But I'm
corner.
with everybody else.
Yeah, well, they're there just as kind of placement for if they ever
Okay.
came up the stairs. Fonzie's the only one that's really up here besides you and him. So yeah, you double dashed. Go ahead. You have moved 30 feet up. You should have another 30 feet. So go ahead and move it really quick. Yep, and you see Fonzie hiding in the corner there. Okay, and because you're kind of charging straight up into it as it's activating, you'll still take the damage. That's probably why you rolled low.
I took it.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. All right. The thing you'll notice once you guys get up there is that the steam that was kind of settling in its mouth, Fonzie, no longer seems to be present.
I let them know that they might want to proceed carefully, but it seems to have exhausted all of its charge.
The other
Oh,
thing
man,
you
we took
noticed.
another 10, right?
The other thing you noticed as you guys ascended upwards is that there's kind of now like a bit of water on the steps. It's not terribly bad. It just makes them a little bit slippery. I'll ignore that part because I didn't mention it before. But yeah, there was a chance that you slip back down it when you try and charge up. Done with that, you guys all head up the stairs. So I'll go ahead and move you to the next map. That's the top of the steps there, and you can see the dragons just kind of sitting proper at the top. What next?
It's around corner number 2.
Okay. So it does look like there's a bit of a crawl space to get in through to where the dragon's statue is located, but looking inside, it doesn't look like there's anything in there. The hallway does descend down to the south.
Keep rocking.
Yeah, following Fonzie.
Got another hallway.
Okay, yeah, it kind of snaps around to the side there. These walls aren't covered with like ornate carvings like the ones on the first floor were. These appear to be a bit more mundane. Yeah. Until you can see the wall to the west, and then you see what appears to be. Bear with me. Some markings kind of along the wall, yeah. Once you kind of come to that corner there, and look to the south, if you guys do go that way, you'll see that on the south side there is a large pile of gold kind of just sitting out in an open chamber, and a double door to the north. The gold seems to have a skull missing its lower jaw resting on its top. And in the right eye socket, there's a small black spider that looks like it's made its home. There are several bones piled up with the coins. And there's the hilt of a broken sword that thrusts up from the mass of coins, kind of alongside the skull head. The door, the walls on the western side, the walls that you just walked up to, have kind of an ornate styling of the peoples, and it looks like they're kind of walking in both directions, one away from the entranceway that you entered in.
I investigate this pile.
Okay. Yeah, make an intelligence saving throw.
23.
Yeah, it's an illusion. You can kind of see that it's not sitting on the stone right. It appears to be some sort of major image spell. However, the bones, the spider, and the sword hilt are real. The coins are not. There's something.
Squish the spider with my rapier.
Oh, wait, hold on. Before you do, there's something there. It's just not gold coins.
Yeah, I stab at the spider.
Okay. One second. Make a Constitution saving throw.
10.
Take 11 points of poison damage, and you are poisoned for the next minute. While you're poisoned in this way, you'll be taking 5 points of poison damage for each turn. So we'll go ahead and start an initiative tracker at this point. As you smash into the spider, it disrupts the gold coins, the pile of concealed object, and it appears to be yellow mold that kind of bursts out from it. You inhale because of your Constitution saving throw, and you currently have that inside of you. So after the first round of him taking damage, what would the others like to do?
I
No one
speak
else
and
took
ask
damage,
for the
right?
paladin to take this off of me.
Yeah, everyone else you wouldn't have taken damage. He's too far away. Yeah. So
Okay,
everyone,
what am I doing?
you can basically perform a regular turn of actions, and we're going to cycle through. Jun being the first, and whoever elects to go next will be second, and so on.
I request that Isaac take the poison off of me.
Yeah, he's coughing and
Want
yelling,
to
"I'm
move closer
poisoned."
to him.
I remove the poison from his body.
No, stop, Jun, back. We're doing this in an initiative order effectively, so go back to the square you started in.
You said I was first.
Yeah, you're first in that you did the thing. That's the thing that started it.
Okay, then I'll put the damage back.
Yeah. And then it goes to Isaac, I guess, would be next.
There's no like poison cloud around him or anything. It was just kind of like a
The
puff.
clouds persisting around his area, correct?
All right. Yeah. I'll just yell it if he comes to me. I'll take it off. And I'll just get close enough so that he can get to me. 'Cause I don't want to walk into the dookie.
Okay. You close closer to him. It does look like the cloud is kind of sitting for a moment. It'll probably dissipate by the round's end. Okay. Did you move at all?
It's a step.
He moves
So-
closer. I can make it to him.
Okay. Next up is anybody else have anything that they want to try? Otherwise, we'll just go right to Jeremy.
Nope.
I'm gonna wait it out.
Jeremy, go ahead. Move up. Alright, and then Isaac, you're going to, on your effective initiative, hit him with a lay on hands, or you're going to cure him.
Lay on hands to remove the poison.
Okay. Alright, so he's no longer yellow molded.
So we gotta keep going through the double doors. Double doors is the key to victory.
Did John happen to see anything else down there
As
as
you
far
guys-
as hostility?
No, there was nothing else, but as it
Okay.
kind of like dissipates, you would note that
There's
this
a weird corridor down there with no walls around it, which is weird. But Jun saw gold, and Jun must go for gold.
It's fair. The skull's still present. The illusion's kind of faded away. The sword hilt's still present, and the spider in the skull's still alive.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Illusion. Hold up. Do I notice anything crazy?
It's already over.
Then fuck it. Let's just go to the doors.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a look at this double door to the north. Does it
Was all
seem
the
like it's
gas gone from around the gold?
What's that?
Was all the gas, the spores, did
Yeah.
they clear?
They cleared after about a round and kind of settled on the ground. If you go trudging around in there like heavily, that might cause some problems. But other than that,
But a light step would probably be okay to go
Yeah.
pick up the sword.
yeah,
Then I will heal myself and then go pick up that sword.
you have a sword hilt. Appears to be a broken bronze Basriel sword.
I gave it to Famzi.
Ooh, very nice.
It belongs in a museum.
Well, yeah, can I figure out anything about it?
It just appears to be a broken Basriel warrior sword. Not really anything iconic or anything like that.
Oh, well, we will have our team put it back together for the museum.
Okay, you guys head to the double door.
Before we open this, I'm gonna check with Isaac, see if he has any spare potions.
Sure.
Or what our stock is on those.
I have 2.
Only 2.
I'll also, overhearing this, mention that I have 2 as well.
Wait, no, I was looking at the wrong thing. 2 is its weight. I have 1.
Are you opening
Let's
the door?
hold on. Let's hold on to those. I will open the door.
Okay. When you open the door, you see the following.
Oh god. Moon runes. One of them looks like the Oblivion symbol. It's gonna only be bad.
This room is decorated with a bizarre diorama depicting the land of the dead. Small, brightly painted clay statues have been placed about the room to represent the inhabitants of this realm and the unfortunate people they have taken into their care. In the center of the room, the floor rises to form a small hill. A group of small figures seems to be struggling to roll a boulder up the hill, where a devil drives them on. Above the hill in the ceiling is a glowing spot that illuminates the entire chamber with an eerie silver light. A cobblestone path leads from the western door to the foot of the hill. A similar path runs eastward and then veers south. Sections of the diorama around the perimeter of the room depict different environments in the land of the dead. In the western end of the room is a region of burning sands. There, devils torture those who have been unfortunate enough to fall into their hands. Along the southern side is a grassy plain where people frolic and hunt antelope and deer. North of the grassy plain and south of the hill, the floor opens into a model of a canyon. A river of lava flows down it while flames lick the walls. East of the hill, in a side area of the room, is a counterpart to this fiery canyon, an icy waste. To the north of the hill is a putrid bubbling marsh, where figures strive to keep their heads above the surface. From out of the marsh, a black, torpid river wends its way past the northern edge of the hill and flows west to pour over the lip of a steam-filled chasm in the northwest corner of the room. Within this dark chasm, worms pursue the fleeing forms of naked people. In the south corner of the room, on the eastern wall, is a barred door.
This is the diorama, like, representing one place or multiple places?
It's like the whole room's kind of like set up, or that section in the middle is kind of set up to represent one place with multiple aspects.
Okay, I'm just trying to get an understanding if it's like one location or if it's trying to like represent like a map or something like that.
Maybe.
Okay, well,
All right, people.
that's what I'm thinking. That's what I would investigate.
I'm gonna call Fomsy forward to see if he can decipher any of this. If it makes sense to him.
To kind of simplify the matter, there's a hill, burning sands, grassy plain, flames, ice, marshes, river, and pit of worms. Those are the objects that you kind of have present on the diorama.
These things all literal, or they're just like models of those things?
They appear to be kind of like models of those things, but they're kind of built towards the room proper.
Okay, so there's not actually a river of lava, it just looks...
No, it's like it's a big elaborate, like very elaborate diorama.
Correct.
Of, yeah, like what I was trying to figure out if it was one location or like several locations.
Yeah, it appears to be the land of the dead. You can make an intelligence history check. Fomsy, you'd have advantage on that check to try and kind of like denote like what you're seeing here.
22.
Pretty good. And what about you, Lazarus?
19.
Pretty good. Two of you kind of start talking to each other and start remembering stories of the Vazrael. And Fomsy's a bit more astute in this regard, but he kind of like tells you, and you kind of remember too, that all of the sites that have been mentioned are basically punishments, or in the case of the grassy plain where the people are hunting, benefits past the Veil of Death that the Vazrael people believed existed.
So the field's a shout out to Elysium in like Greek or Roman culture. I got you.
Perhaps.
That's really cool, but I don't really want to go into a room that's all about the land of the dead and the afterlife. So I'm just gonna throw that out.
You said the room is illuminated, right?
Oh yeah. Hold on a second. Is it
Okay.
not?
No.
Yeah, I don't know why they do that. They say it's a
I don't mean to nitpick.
No, you're right. Hold on a second.
Okay.
We know what we need to do. Find another pair of double doors.
Smash these pagan rituals.
Yeah, that too.
Beautiful diorama. All right, later diorama. Hello, double.
Right.
Gonna go in first.
You filthy heathen rituals. Gotta bring them into the light.
All these dirt worshipping savages.
Should be dim
Yeah,
light.
for real. Dink knows what's up.
There's only one true god, and it's Gimwitch.
Oh, is that how you say Octavius in Halfling? I like it.
Yes. Octavius von Gimwitch.
Fair.
Take
So,
a cautious step inside, and
yeah, we have about 7 minutes, so we can kind of do some initial investigations, or we can end here. Your call, and I can give you a write-up as to what I read to you, so you can have it to look over for the time we're off. It's entirely up to you.
My
so
only,
it looks like. Go ahead. Sorry.
so I was gonna say my only investigation would be to see if is there any other door besides this one in this room and the one we come through.
Door on the north, barred.
There's another one to the north, which would be this side.
Yeah, straight up. We're using cardinal directions now.
Oh. This is the only other door in the room, right?
That's right.
So the hole with the black circle is the pit of worms, I would assume. And the other question I have is, do we see these red dotted lines on the ground, or are
Yeah,
they supposed
those
to
are
like?
the paths that I mentioned. Yeah.
Okay.
What was giving off the light?
The silvery light just seems to be kind of emanating about the room.
Okay. And these all seem like they represent different afterlives,
Well, aspects of the same.
punishments, and a reward.
Yeah, like heaven, hell, this, that.
Well, it's like circles of hell and then one heaven. Ish.
What's
Okay.
this pit, John? Is this the whole worms?
Ooh, hold on a second. So, you're moving over to the diorama and looking into the pit. Is that right?
Cautiously, yep.
Sorry, it just it jumps me to action when you do a thing. So.
No, what my character I feel like would be drawn to. I'd be investigating the shit out of them.
Okay, just make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh. 20.
You feel like a supernatural effect, or possibly a spell effect, kind of comes over you as you look into the pit. It feels like the worms are kind of moving about, and you can see small twisted, like it's not really moving, but it feels like it is. Like you're looking at it, it looks like they're kind of tearing apart the small miniature humans that are present in the diorama, and it kind of, at first, kind of makes you freak out, but you realize that there's like a supernatural effect taking hold of your brain, and you suppress it, and realize that the things aren't moving, and there is no real fear. It seems to be magical
Alright.
fear.
I'm just gonna nope right out of there.
Not magically feared, but still kind of annoyed and feared.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, the as mentioned, I'm going to denote this one more time, and if someone wants to write that down, you can. There's the hill, the burning sands, the grassy plain, the flames, the ice, the marshes, the river, and the pit of worms.
You're repeating this too much for us to skip it. I feel nervous that we're just willing to skip it.
Always watch it back on the video.
That's fine. Well, since we have about 4 minutes and some of you guys are kind of leaning towards the door, we'll just go ahead and end it here. You can take notes as to what you have. I'll write those locations one more time so you have them over the break. For those watching at home, if any, I think Joe is watching actually, just let you know we'll be off next Sunday and the Sunday following, and we'll come back, looks like the 13th. Or no, yeah, the 13th. So we'll see you then. Thanks for watching.